Hey guys, welcome back to Fun Sons in the Slam Dungeon. For this episode, we got Zach, Keith, and Ricky from Swinging Noose Productions on the show. Thank you guys so much for the support. It was a blast chatting with these guys, and I hope you enjoy this episode. Alright guys, welcome to this episode of Fun Sons in the Slam Dungeon. We got some very special guests. We got Zach Beecroft, we got Keith Harrison, and this guy, Ricky, over here. They're all part of Swinging Noose Productions. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. So, Zach, you're the longest, I'd say the person that's been a part of Swinging Noose the longest. How did it start? Like, what made you be like, hey, I want to start, like, a production kind of thing, like booking bands and shit? Like, what made you want to start that?
Well, it started once upon a time when bands weren't really getting the shots and the chances that they really deserved. Really kicked off in 2012 for Demise's CD release.
Okay.
That was really like the biggest show that I really thrown. I mean, I was throwing shows 2007, 2008, back when metalcore was a thing and big thing. Here and there dabble. You know, it's my first national that I ever booked was Silent Civilian, and just kind of blasting off from them. 2012, and then our first show was Memorial Day weekend in 2013.
Okay.
But yeah, I really established in 2012. 4 bands here at Trailside, and that's kind of where it started.
Oh, yeah. Do you think, with the way it's gotten up till now, did you think back then you'd get up to here?
Nope.
Yeah, because, I mean, you guys are pretty well known within, the Denver music scene, booking shows at, like, the Roxy and here at Trailside, So how did you get into Swinging Noose Productions, Keith?
It was just a
Good point.
yeah. Exactly like, did you join? No, I was just a huge fan of Zach, and I really liked what his idea was to help support the scene and get bands going, treat bands fairly. Loved that about him. Thought he was a great guy, and just wanted to hop along for the ride.
Right on. And you're relatively new, Ricky?
Yeah,
Yeah.
coming up on a year almost now.
Oh, shit. How did you join?
Well, I came to a show one day. It was April 8th, 2017, I think it was. It was the One Shot, One Kill show.
Okay.
And there was Fist Fight on it, Smack Factor. I knew about it from Smack Factor because I was a big fan of theirs, still a big fan of theirs. Control Demise was on it, Orbiter, and the whole show just blew me away. And I knew that I wanted to be part of this whole scene.
Right on.
I played my birthday show here June 23rd of last year, and that's when we kind of started talking about me joining. And it's all I wanted to do was help out the scene in any way that I can.
Right on. You're a trooper.
It's been awesome.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
He's been great. He's been a great addition to the team.
Well, I mean, the other thing, too, is just like, trapping them in the basement, burning them with cigars and shit like that,
I like that.
We do have a sex room.
We do have a sex room.
Oh, man.
You got
It's
your
the,
shit
it's the
dungeons.
Swinging Noose sex room.
It's private.
Oh, man. So,
It's mainly me yelling at people,
and you get a hard on because of it.
and I definitely get aroused.
So, let's go around. What are your guys' favorite bands to book? It could be local. It could be...
Man, there's definitely a few. I mean, one of my all-time favorite bands, and it sounds like we'll kind of touch on this in a little bit, but one of my all-time favorite bands was Sunday Massacre.
Okay.
As far as a local band, those guys, I mean, Evan, if you know Evan, he's just...
Oh, yeah. I mean, didn't they tear down the light down there?
The ceiling?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
They Sunday massacred the
They
ceiling.
Sunday massacred. It was literally on a Sunday, so it was awesome. Traders is another one of my favorite bands. I mean, they'll always be one of my favorite bands to book, hands down.
Oh, yeah.
Origin, fucking love Origin.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking love Origin. Those guys are amazing. Aborted was a lot of fun. Having Within Destruction, the past 3 or 4 times they've been here, they've been a treat.
Hell yeah.
Fucking Cranium, and of course
That show was fucking nuts.
That
Did I
show
tell
was
you guys
nuts.
I got into a fight at that show?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of fights at that show.
Yeah. That was just fucking
Ricky
crazy.
the Cadaver. Yeah, glad those guys rolled through. Glad they're active again, to be honest.
Yeah, it was kind of a treat. You know, we had the opportunity to talk with Mats and Jack from Cranium. Obviously, unfortunately, Cage wasn't able to make it because he was down in Mexico for vacation. What are some of your favorite bands to book, Keith?
I mean, obviously Traders.
Yeah.
Love them. Every time they come through, those guys are just fucking great guys. Awesome to hang out with.
Tyler's a treat.
Tyler's just a delight.
Oh, yeah.
I love him. Actually, one of my other favorite bands to book locally was Black July. Getting them going. That was. Okay, I think I started talking to Stefan when that was happening, and just love those guys since then. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Not even trying to suck some dick here, but I mean, you know, all the logos are great.
Angelic. I fucking love Angelic.
Yeah,
too.
Angelic
There's so
Desolation's
many
good.
great bands. You know, I just love working with all of them.
So then, I know you haven't been, with Swinging Noose for a whole lot, but like, what are some of the best bands that came through that Swinging Noose has booked for you, Ricky?
For like the local guys, I really like booking this band called Spirit in the Flesh.
Okay.
They're down in Colorado Springs, but they put on a really good fucking show.
Oh, yeah.
I would recommend anybody here to like deathcore or whatever, check them out. They're awesome. Gray Sky Falls from Denver, they're a metalcore band. They're another one that I love booking. Bound by Years. They're actually playing tonight.
Oh, shit.
They've been some of mine. We got a good show tonight too.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are.
Ozonic is pretty dope too.
Yeah, Ozonic.
Those guys are awesome.
Yeah,
They're
not metal at all.
They're not metal at all, but
they're awesome.
they're good.
Yeah, Home by 11 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You brought them out for their first debut.
Man, Pop Punk.
They killed it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna bring them back here too.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're
We
awesome.
should get them and Parking Plants. Also.
Yeah, Parking
That'd
Plants.
be a good one.
Hell yeah.
Think about it.
You young kids.
Hell yeah. So, are you guys, do you guys collect a lot of CDs at all?
Yeah.
Vinyl?
I have way too many. Way too many.
Way too many
Just
CDs.
that's it. That's it.
What would you guys have to say would be like the grails in your collections?
I really don't have it. I just listen to sports talk radio, man.
Oh yeah.
That's what I listen to a lot of sports talk radio. I listen to obviously a lot of music too, but I try to keep it fresh for when I am at shows, and I'm not getting washed out on music. Just because it is so much that you listen to on a regular basis.
Oh yeah. So let me ask you something. God, I lost my train of thought. Would you say there's any like upcoming shows that have yet to been announced that you're like really excited to announce? I mean, like you can say like yes or no.
Oh,
Like, you don't have to go into detail.
You can't announce
Yes.
it yet, but hey, this show's coming
But
up.
this show right here is coming up. Yes, there are definitely some shows coming up. One, I believe September 9th, and another one October 30th.
Okay.
One's at the Roxy, one's yet to be determined if it's going to be here. We'll just say that show should probably be here again, because that show always does good, really, really good here. It's always very, very rowdy here. Every Halloween show would be very, very fun here. But squeezing 300-400 people in the Roxy for the show would also be a good show.
Oh yeah. So was there like a show or a band that you guys booked that you're just like, man, I don't want to book you guys again? Like,
Yes, when Darkness Falls. We will probably never book them again. There's a guy by the name of Justin Ferguson. Any band that he's ever affiliated in, we'll never book him again. Who else? Who else is a piece of shit?
Call them out.
yeah, call them out right now.
Man.
Orbiter.
Or that Orbiter band's a piece of shit.
Controlled Demise.
Yeah, that band never gets pushed anyways. They're not even active. I mean, there's really only a few bands that I won't work with.
You gotta really rub us the wrong way.
I mean, we're willing to work with anybody, but I mean, if you're just a piece of shit and you call out the promoters on stage while you're being a piece of shit, we're not going to work with you.
Oh yeah. So I understand that you guys are all in bands yourselves. You guys want to talk about those bands a little bit?
Yeah, you're the really only active one here, bud.
I thought you were active.
I'm active, but we're not doing much.
I can't talk about my projects.
Oh man.
Well, I guess I can talk about Hollow Trap.
Yeah, you can talk about Hollow Trap. I guess you guys are active too. You guys are reworking, rebuilding. Demise is reworking, rebuilding.
I forgot I was in that band.
You just joined. I forgot. It's like leaving your kid in the car.
I don't have a kid anymore.
Oh shit.
Take that, Alabama.
So let's talk about Orbiter for a second. Orbiter.
Or butter.
Or butter. So how long have you been a part of Orbiter? Were you a founding member, or still a founding member, I should say? Or
Yeah.
okay.
They were trying out vocalists, but I've been the original one
Okay.
since we debuted.
Okay, and how long have you guys been going on that?
3 years.
Okay, so
yeah.
relatively
Couple
new.
lineup changes.
Okay.
Not even using a bass player anymore.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
So just straight
Yeah,
guitars.
just straight guitars. Yeah, shut up, Ricky. You forgot you were in a band.
It's just like, oh man, I'm in a band. I get to talk now too.
So
So
then
then-
it's another 2 years to write 4 songs, but
Yeah.
get some out.
Yeah, for sure. So what's going on with your band, Zach?
Reworking, rewriting. We lost a drummer, a bassist, and a guitarist over the past few years. So it's really a rework here. Definitely a new direction, huge new direction that Demise is going. A little funky, a little groovy, a little slammy, a little bit of everything there. So little slutty.
Little slutty.
Yeah, definitely a little slutty.
We all like to feel a little slutty.
Yeah, so we're getting there. We'll be up and running within the next year.
Okay. And you can't say anything about your band, huh?
Well, Hollow Trap did announce that I'm one of the new guitarists right now, so I can talk about that one.
Okay.
I do have another project as a guitarist in Fort Collins. We're
Okay.
recording. We actually have gigs lined up, but we haven't dropped everything. We want to have a single out before we kind of unveil what we are and who we are. and everything.
So it's kind of tight, like under wraps, kind of right now.
Yeah, we just want to kind of come out into the world kind of the right way.
You're playing tambourine, aren't you?
Skin flute.
I knew you.
But Hollow Trap is one that I can definitely confirm that I am in right now
Okay.
as a guitarist.
Okay.
Yeah, we got Caveman from Shahi and Bra on drums. We have Izzy. We still have Jenna and Cody on vocals and bass.
Okay.
So really liking what we're coming up with so far. It's a little heavier than what I've done in the past, and that's kind of what I was going for.
Okay.
So it's fun. It should be. I think people will dig it. It's a different direction too. They're coming from new metal, and we're going for like a more metalcore kind of vibe.
Okay. So Swinging Noose primarily books at like the Roxy and here at Trailside. Have you guys considered booking anywhere else, or have you booked somewhere else?
We've booked other spots before. Like we used to work out of the Pit Stop, and that place sucks. We'll never throw another show there again. Supposedly they're under new management, but the old management just didn't want to budge on anything. They don't want to work on anything.
We're lucky enough to do one at the Marquee with some venue changes.
Oh, really?
Last 10 Seconds of Life and
Traders, Spite.
and Secret.
Yep. Yeah, so we did book one at the Marquee. We booked one show up in Greeley, up at, what's that spot up in Greeley? That was a fun show.
I saw that place for the first time last night.
No, not at all.
You know, I've never been up there.
It's like, the Moxie is, it's a cool spot, but you have to go upstairs to load in gear, you have to go downstairs to load out gear. But it's like a shorter stage for the Roxy, but it's like a quarter of the size. So it's really super long, but it's really super like shallow.
Interesting.
It's cool though. It's a cool spot. It's like what, maybe 200 max in there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, we also had Voodoo comedy.
Voodoo, oh yeah, we did a comedy show with Rob Van Dam that completely failed.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that was horrible.
Interesting experience.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely open to booking more places. Like your mom's house. I like to book your mom's house.
I don't know why, but that venue name just makes me laugh.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I didn't know that was
It's like,
real
oh,
venue
I'm going to a show tonight.
Cool bird.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to a show tonight. Oh yeah, where is it at? Your mom's house? What?
Oh, give me some ice.
Give me some ice for that burn.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that would be cool. We had ties out in Grand Junction, so we were kind of affiliated out there at one point in time with the Mesa Theater. We are no longer affiliated with them, just to set that straight. But we could have future tie-ins out there again, depending on what happens. Yeah, just kind of keep it home base. I mean, we don't want to overbook ourselves.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, there's only so many bands that are willing to play so often, and you don't want to oversaturate them or overwork the bands, overwork us, so we want to kind of keep it simple in a way. The Nationals, obviously, are a lot of fun, but, yeah. At least 4 shows a month, up to 6. Sometimes.
Depending on how you feel.
Depending on how froggy I want to get.
Yeah.
So then, how did you guys come about to booking shows at Trailside and the Roxy?
So Trailside kind of started first. Again, I mean, this was where
This is the beginning.
first initial show was, the first ever Swinging News show. We wanted to find a spot that was kind of home base. Kind of, a place where we could get to learn bands, get to know who they are, what the work ethic was. If they have egos, if they're shitheads, if they're cool people, if they're great to work with, or not great to work with, whatever it is. It kind of gives us a good feel for who and what bands are. I mean, it's definitely a raw, intimate spot, as you all know. It's definitely in your face. Again, it's raw. There's, it's like playing a house party back when you're, 16 years old or 20 years old. So, it's a great spot for us just to get to know and meet new bands. As far as the Roxy, that's kind of a step up. Obviously, a lot of people don't have a great view of the Roxy, but they're coming around to what the metal shows are, and they're coming around to what the metal show and the metal crowds bring to the establishment. No entry or anything like that. That's all kind of getting resolved. We're dissolving that for our shows.
Okay.
For 21 but it's more than meets the eye, I think, with the Roxy. I mean, they have good sound. We could pack it in there.
Oh yeah.
It's a fun venue as long as you're not being a metal elitist bitch.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, was there like any crazy altercations that you guys had? Like,
Tooth Fairy!
Yes, during Spite, we had somebody lose teeth.
Oh, shit.
oh,
Yep. We won't go into that, but yeah, a lot of teeth were lost. Here at Trailside, Sunny Massacre, ripping down the ceiling. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're well known for ripping down the ceiling.
Yep, that was always a good time. Pleddy's Graphia, that's playing on the 27th of July.
Yeah, Jules' birthday show with Implements of Hell.
There was an electrical shortage and an electrical fire that started during their set, so that was fun.
Oh man.
What else? I mean, people just getting busted open, having to leave, getting stitches. I mean, obviously everybody's going to have those stories, but yeah, between the ceiling and the electrical fire, those are good. And the hip hop fight, the hip hop massacre.
Yeah. Or the girl that tried to take up the utility closet.
Oh yeah, the girl that tried shitting in the utility closet.
I was going to bring that up.
Good
Probably.
times.
Even she says good times. I remember it was a show you guys booked. It was parasitic ejaculation, crepitation, and vomit and a whole bunch of other shit. I remember moshing to Vomit God, and this guy comes up to me like, I'm a fat dude, all right, and this kid is like half my height, skinny, no muscle mass whatsoever. Here's where the fun starts. This kid picks me up above his head. Did I mention this kid is like a twig? Picks me up above his head and body slams me.
Was he Philippine?
He could have been. Could have been. I honestly don't remember. But then the funny part is security came and was like, hey, I don't want any of that here. You know, Vomit God stopped playing. You know, it was the end of their set. You know, we're out back and talked to the security guard. He's like, yeah, I don't want any of that because someone broke their teeth the night before here, and I think it was Traders that played the night before.
Spite.
Yeah, Spite. Yeah, that was it. I was like, holy shit.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, that was good times. Have you ever seen Duck Fantasy?
I've heard of them.
Duck Fantasy, that band was incredible. Here's actually another good story. So they were playing, I think they were playing second to last that night. The vocalist busted out chocolate pudding and started rubbing it all over himself.
What the fuck?
It was incredible. That whole band just got chocolate pudding everywhere.
Did he eat it at least?
Oh, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he got a little taste at least.
Yeah, because you shouldn't be wasting chocolate pudding like
You
that.
gotta take at least a.
How long ago was that?
Oh man, that was at least 5 years ago.
Shit, they're not doing anything
No,
anymore, are they?
no, they're not doing anything anymore. Yeah, Duck Fantasy they're an incredible death metal band.
One of the things I saw at the Roxy was during one of your shows, and it wasn't very packed. And Zach decided to run and try to do a front flip off the stage. There was only like 3 or 4 people to catch him, and that was coming from a pretty decent drop. It didn't end well for anybody.
Oh my god.
They did break my fall though. I took down 7 foot tall Luis.
Yeah.
So then, I keep losing my train of thought here. Shit, man. I had a question, and I just lost it. What the hell? Oh yeah. Do you guys have any other hobbies besides music? Like, what do you do? You know, you're not booking shows.
I don't do much since there's a family and kid and work and
Ricky
everything
over
else
here
like
is
that.
making a masturbation hand gesture.
Yep.
So that's obviously what he likes to do when he's not booking shows.
Yep, that's
And cheese sticks.
and she sticks.
And listening to Cindy Lauper.
Not at the same time. Right?
Punching holes in drywall. No, all at the same time.
Oh,
all at
man.
the same time. I listen to Cindy Lauper while I punch drywall and jerk off.
So I mean,
He's a gigantic walking meme.
yeah, I mean, look at him.
That's pretty much how I feel.
Honestly, with the way you're dressed right now, you look like a Kyle.
No. I got red Converse.
Go to the gas station down here and grab yourself a monster.
Is it because it's a fucking headpiece?
Yeah. And I mean, the Converse and the fucking torn up jeans. So you don't do much outside of booking shows?
No, not too much. This is definitely a hobby of most of ours. Lots of pro wrestling. A lot of pro wrestling. A lot of watching men sweat and beat the shit out of each other in underwear.
Oh, yeah.
So it's cool.
And then he turns on wrestling.
Did you guys go to the? Did you guys happen to go to the Denver Death Fest that happened a couple years ago?
No.
No. They had some wrestling at that.
Probably had some primo shit going on there.
It started out primo, but then like they started getting like spiked baseball bats and beating the shit out of each
Yes,
other with
death
them.
matches. Light bulbs, light tubes.
Yeah, yes. And then like one of the dudes, like he gets out of the cage or whatever, the ring, and he's walking around with a staple gun, and he's like, "Who's got $1? Who's got $1?" And people are like giving him like 20s and 50s and shit. And he just goes up to this guy, and he's just like laying there on the ground, takes the staple gun. I'm like, holy shit.
Gotta love those death matches.
Oh yeah. And then
those are awesome.
towards the end, I remember they got out like this barbed wire fence, like just broken off like randomly, just threw it on the ground and just like pushed the guy into it, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, man, this got real too fast, man.
Yeah. If you ever want any more of that action, Slave to the Death Match.
Oh yeah.
First Sunday in September. It's like September 9th, I think. Yeah, it's good. Primo's puts on some good shows.
Right on.
That's Joe from Harvest and Murder.
Okay. So you don't have any hobbies, Keith?
I watch a lot of horror movies.
Okay, right
I
on.
enjoy doing that.
Right on.
Anywhere from water birthing videos to E-rated horror movies.
You say water birding videos?
Not water
Birthing.
Water birthing.
Birthing.
Oh, water birthing. I think like
Waterboarding.
you're gonna like waterboard some fucking birds or something.
Nope. Nothing like that.
Classical techniques of waterboarding
Yeah.
by Keith Harrison.
Was that book or something?
2K20.
That's pretty much it. I hang out a lot.
Okay. So let's get back to the wrestling kind of thing. You guys book wrestling at Trailside, don't you?
Oh, midget wrestling's coming July 28th.
Now, as we're not the book promoters for that, so winter we'll be here for it.
Okay.
Yeah, midget wrestling is one of the best things ever.
Yeah.
Watching little midgets.
And that's after Jules' birthday show, right? Like
Yeah,
the day after. Yeah.
It's gonna be outside this year, so there's gonna be a lot of high flying midget action.
Hell yeah.
I'm more worried about muzzle in it.
Oh, we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I'm honestly thinking about going to that, honestly.
You should.
Oh, you definitely should.
Yeah.
Last year was a blast.
Was it?
Oh, so much fun.
So, let's go around really quick. If you guys could book any 6 bands, like, you guys definitely can book bands, but like, if you had the option to book any 6 bands in the world, like, put on your little festival. Put on a little festival. What 6 bands would you book?
I can't even piece that together.
Ouch. Oh, man.
You could even get vocals on this, man.
That makes it even harder. That's even more.
Man, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Sweat.
Yeah, no
If
shit.
you're sweating, you don't know which bands to book. It's okay. It's okay.
Zach, lead us.
Let's each pick 2. Let's just see what we can come up with.
Yeah, pick 2, and then like Swinging Noose Festival or something.
Yeah, pick 2 bands. Doesn't matter what it is or who it is. Pick 2.
Doesn't matter what genre it is either.
Pick first.
Pick 2 first.
Okay. Slipknot.
Okay.
Motionless in White.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fired. No, you're promoted. You're promoted.
Yeah, get the fuck out of this podcast. I'm joking.
Okay, so we got Motionless White and Slipknot. So Rockstar Energy 2008.
There you go.
Rockstar Mayhem Festival.
Rockstar Mayhem Festival.
Well, that makes me a
Sponsored by-
Chris, not a Kyle now.
Yeah. Sponsored by Monster.
Endorsed by Rockstar.
I don't know. Signs of the Swarm put out that new shit yesterday.
Yeah.
That shit was good. I don't know. Signs of the Swarm. I like to see Signs of the Swarm and Spite on the same bill.
Okay.
Like to see Hive and Socialize
Right. Yeah. See those two. Damn. See, there's 4 bands right there that would just crush.
Yeah, you go and take your Slipknot Motionless White.
Go away. This is a slam podcast, not an abortion.
Yeah. I'd love to book Party Camp.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I would love to book Party Camp.
So, how come you guys didn't get him on that one bill last year, or a couple years ago?
They just weren't on that routing.
Oh, man.
That was that one with Parasitic, right?
Yeah.
Parasitic ejaculation complications.
Yep.
Yeah, I was disappointed that they weren't on that bill.
Yeah.
They were the one band because they came like the year before.
And it was like in like
It
Grand
was like a
Junction.
bar or some shit.
Yeah. Some weird place.
But man, yeah, they would be a blast to have on a bill. Put them on a bill of trainers. That would be fun. That would be a good time.
Yeah?
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
So you're putting on 3 bands on the festival?
Yeah, we're kicking most of the sweat off.
Alright,
Just keep Slipknot.
Go open.
I'll get
Well,
sold.
can we book Sulfur? Sulfur instead of Slipknot.
If you want.
I mean, they're local. I mean, you're supporting the local scene.
There we go.
All right, so we got Sulfur, Signs of the Swarm, Party Cannon, and Traders. You said, right?
And Hive.
If we're going slam, that worked for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
fuck it. 17 band all-day festival where bands overlap
Just
played
slam.
at the same time.
Do a 2-week festival just to show every night. Just get every band.
You know, Rocco would quit if he had to go run sound every night.
I would quit. I'd go run sound every night.
Hey, Ron. You said you didn't look too bad
Yeah.
when you walked in.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
Who do you book? What are your 6 bands?
All right, Case, me and you want to me 3 bands, you 3 bands? Honestly, I'd want to get like Analepsy out here. It's like those guys are fucking sick. Fatacious Rump, I really like those guys. They're from Thailand.
I know.
Maybe Gamma Sector too. Yeah.
I want to see more fucking hardcore here. Like, Bruise would be sick. Bruise would be super sick.
Yeah.
Even though they're not a thing.
We had burritos.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Oceano at Trailside.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
That would be sick as fuck.
Like Rest in Peace Thornton,
Have to
right?
take the pool table out the bar.
Yeah, jeez. Have to take
Don't
the,
you touch my fucking Don't you move my fucking pool table.
have to take the bar out for that.
One more?
One more.
Fuck
No.
no.
You can leave. Just kidding.
I don't know. Somebody not from America. Some more foreign bands. Fucking tight. To see
Like
them
Devourment or
Sure. Anybody.
yeah.
Nothing.
Oh wait, no.
Fucking maximum hormone.
I mean, birthday tattoo, or just you want to party like that?
Both.
Come on.
Both.
Of course it's both.
I love it.
Both. So what is? I know there's some bands that you book at Trailside that you guys are going to be like, oh man, there's going to be a bunch of fights. Obviously, like Traders. What's some other ones that you've booked that you guys are like, okay, yeah, this. It's going to be some.
The first time that we book them, I know it's gonna go off.
Yeah.
Short fuse. I know it's gonna happen. I know short fuse is it's gonna go off. Well, like I told everybody else, stand back and let everybody beat the shit out of each other.
Oh yeah.
Do whatever. You know, it's gonna happen. You know, when we booked Body Snatcher here, there was a lot of fights for that one.
Oh yeah.
I actually had the opportunity to book Spike here and I passed on it.
Really?
I was scared.
Oh, that's a great thing to announce.
I was literally scared.
Everyone listening to us right now is fucking fuming.
I know. I'm sorry.
Everybody hates you,
I
Zach.
was scared for everybody.
And Swing News just dropped.
I mean, we fucking booked him at the Roxy, and bitch lost her teeth.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was in a small, compact area where there's a lot more energy. People would be dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like literally, like Cody would die.
Make people sign waivers before they.
We're not liable for broken teeth,
Yeah.
for missing eyeballs.
No, we are
None
not
of
allowed
that
to
shit.
do any of that shit. Yeah. Should have done it, but it's okay. I didn't.
But I mean, if you had an opportunity next time, you'd do it, right? I mean, come on, everybody hates you now, Zach.
I mean,
Book Traders here 3 times.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Spite here would be amazing, but don't sue me. If it happens, don't sue me. I don't know. I think they're a little too big to do this anymore.
You didn't even have to play Lost Lake.
They did play Lost Lake.
They did.
That's true.
They did.
But that's about the same cat here.
Yeah. I mean, I remember I saw the last 10 seconds of Life at Lost Lake. That shit was fucking sick.
We got them coming back.
Yeah.
No Zodiac? Yeah, that's a really good show.
Oh yeah. So, what's some of the weirdest bands you guys booked? I mean, I obviously have one in my mind that like really stands out. But
I passed you. I passed Bruce and I saw your truck. I was so jealous. I almost stopped.
Oh, there
I
was.
almost stopped, but I
No,
knew
you
I
drove.
was
It wasn't weird. It was more comical than anything else.
Right, yeah. If you say steak sauce mustache, I'm gonna punch you.
No. But those guys are awesome. No, there's a band by the name of Zenitram from Wyoming. He dresses up like Ron Jeremy, and the guitar player dresses up.
So like me?
Yeah.
No, but similar, yes. But and their guitarist works for like Papa John's or some shit, and he would dress up in their slice of pizza mascot. So it was Ron Jeremy and a slice of pizza playing music.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the.
I don't know why you mentioned pizza. I just think of Troy from Always Sunny.
Oh, eating
He's
his
got
pizza.
little pizza
Yeah,
holder.
his pizza pouch.
Yeah, his pizza pouch.
Those guys are good too. I like them.
I mean, honestly, I think the weirdest band you guys booked, in my opinion, in terms of slam, myocardial infarction. You remember that show?
Yeah.
That was
That was
absolutely
like 2 years
crazy.
ago.
Yeah,
2 years ago.
that was quite a minute ago.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, after the show, like, I go up to the vocalist, Akiro. I go up to him, I'm like, dude, that was so awesome. You know, you guys should totally come back. The one thing that came out of his mouth was, okay.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one guy out of that whole band that's what it was.
But I think it was funny, like, you know, Akiro throughout the whole show, you know, he's all like, come on, you motherfuckers, let's get going, you know, and I just thought that was funny, and just like when I went up to him, and I should totally come back, you know, and he's just like, okay.
Do you know what's crazy about that band? So, Bryce, I don't know if you guys know Bryce.
Yes.
But Bryce, he booked the show for his birthday.
Hmm.
And he got them to pay for their airfare. They went and picked them up, and they paid for themselves to go back home. They were pissed off, or no, they weren't pissed off, but it kind of pissed me off. Because they didn't want generosity. They didn't want to take their food. They were so polite in anything that they did. They didn't want to overstep boundaries. It was, I mean, it's definitely a culture thing. I mean, if you guys go stay at somebody's house and they offer you food, our fat asses are going to eat it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah. They didn't want to. It was so strange, but they were such nice people. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Japanese culture is definitely better than American culture.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. So, Keith, do you remember a weird band you guys booked?
Psycho Stick was pretty fucking weird.
Oh, yeah.
I love seeing them. Look, I remember the first time I saw Ancient Colossals, and they brought the green alien out on stage. That threw me for a loop. I don't know. Weirdest band. We were all a little weird during those.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing really sticks out anymore. You know.
That's the sad thing. Is
I mean, yeah.
By this
that
point,
wasn't unusual.
We're pretty numb to what's weird anymore.
right.
You know, having Angelic perform live abortions on stage, that's always good. I mean, I wouldn't say it's weird, but, you know, to the Christians, it's horrible. It's different. I mean, I would love to say, oh my God, Angelic has to go play Alabama. They have to go play Alabama now.
Damn and dying fetus and aborted.
That's awesome.
So,
Ricky, you're newer. Have you seen any weird bands?
hey, Ricky. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Chris.
He's got a question for you.
What's that?
You're newest.
What's the weirdest band you booked?
Yeah.
Weirdest band I booked?
I couldn't speak well, so.
If you say motionless and white, I'm gonna punch you.
I've not booked them, but if I booked them, I think I would get a promotion. Just because of how many people will come to that.
I think you'd be the only one coming.
There's a lot of people coming to that show.
you'd be the one standing in the back, like, yay.
Yeah, in the back, because everybody else would be up front.
Buy one ticket, get one eyeliner.
I don't know. For some reason, whenever I think of the weirdest band, it would be. I mean, just No Sonic was just not what I thought they would be. Like they were great, but like it's usually not what we book here.
Yeah, they're a
Right.
little bit outfield from
I
what
would've-
we normally book.
yeah,
I
so
mean,
I-
even with the rock bands, Ozonic, I mean,
Yeah.
they're awesome.
So I don't want to say weird like it's a slight against them.
It's not a slight.
Because they're awesome. I own their CD. I have a shit ton of merch from them. Like, they're good. But it was just seeing them. I was like, oh, that's what you guys sound like. And they sounded really good. They were awesome.
Well, there's also Heisenberg, which is just entertaining.
Oh yeah, he's
DJ.
DJ
DJ has like a
light show DJ.
like a light suit that like
So it's
Iron Man,
a
yeah.
suit that lights up.
like it's like laser beams and shit, man.
What the fuck?
Dirty reggae punks.
Yeah.
They're kind of a mascot band, kind of what Green Jello was.
Okay.
You know, they play in like a PBR can and a pig and shit like that. So they're pretty fun.
What the
They're
fuck?
definitely a better version of Green Jello, which I'll never book again.
That face.
It wasn't like 2 hours of Bill Manspeaker yelling at everybody about Rage Against the Machine.
What the hell?
And that's Zach's job.
And I don't yell about Rage Against the Machine. I don't give a shit, but man, this guy really hates Rage Against the Machine and Zach De La Rocha, or whatever his name is. De La Rocha?
I think it's
Rocha, whatever. Yeah, it was like 2 hours of him yelling about how much Rage Against the Machine sucks. $1,000!
Okay, he's still a little bitter about it.
And he was like 5 hours late.
Oh man.
Can you imagine going through TSA with all those fucking outfits? What kind of sex party is this guy running here?
He probably when he was getting held up by those, he was probably yelling at them about Rage Against the Machine.
About Rage Against the Machine.
I bet he argues with his wife about Rage Against the Machine. I bet like his best friends, like they just sit on the porch drinking a beer, and they're just like Rage Against the Machine.
They're
Yeah,
Rage Against
fuck
the
that
Machine.
band. Like, so, step away from music. Cage and I like to talk about movies, horror movies in general.
Yeah.
You guys seen some good horror movies lately?
That'd be your department, pal.
That'd be, yeah.
Oh man.
No, that's Kyle right there. That's Keith. That's Keith. This is Kyle right here.
I mean, I don't watch the greatest ones. I love B-rated horror movies.
Okay.
I think those are interesting because they're different premises,
Mhm.
not just the same story getting remade
Yeah.
over and over. They kind of have some original ideas
Oh yeah.
with that. I was a fan of the new It remake.
Me too. Me too.
You know, can't beat Tim Curry, but I thought Skarsgård did a great job
Oh yeah.
on that. Can't wait for part 2.
Yeah. Same here.
Looks fucking dope.
And then you dressed up as Georgie a couple years ago
I did, yeah.
for Halloween,
Uh,
and what's her face?
Stacey dressed up as Pennywise.
Yep.
That was fun. I got makeup all over my friend's pillow that night, and I peeled off all the latex and just left it around her house. It's like
Oh,
fun little
shit.
treats to find.
What's that spot right there?
I actually thought I threw up, and then I realized it was just my latex.
Wow, this is some weird feeling throw up.
What did I eat? I can't remember again.
So, Cage and I last week, and Jewel, last week we were talking about the new Halloween remake. Did you see that? What did you think?
I did. I mean, you know, considering it wasn't really a remake, they basically got rid of the whole storyline after 1.
Mhm.
It was the general premise. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it. I don't know why.
I think the first Halloween movie was very slow moving
Mhm.
and just a huge build right to the end. And I think that's what I kind of heard about this new one was too slow. Well, it kind of followed the same patterns. Bringing John Carpenter back, and Danny Masters, not Danny Masters, Danny McBride
Mhm.
also helping out with that one. I liked it, and from what I've been reading, they're doing a sequel to that again.
Yeah, with what's her face? Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah,
just coming back.
So of course they made 5, and they're like, okay, we're gonna redo this, but we're gonna keep it going again.
Yeah.
So I liked it.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. His theme music is my ringtone.
Oh yeah. Is there any horror movies coming out that you're looking forward to?
I haven't
given
even started.
it Chapter 2.
Yeah, I haven't even started like the Conjuring series.
Really?
Surprisingly
You haven't
enough, no.
It's good.
I haven't even
But
seen
then
them either.
Really?
saw like
Because,
they have a whole Conjuring universe now that includes
yeah, with
the
like a
Nun,
doll.
Annabelle, and the Conjuring movies.
Yeah.
So the new Annabelle's out. I want to go see that. I don't know. I saw the Brightburn movie.
Okay.
That was interesting. Not great lines, but violent.
Fair enough. Did you see anything about the scary stories to tell in the dark?
Yeah, those trailers are fucking freaky.
Yeah.
Like it's so uncomfortable with the spider coming out of her face.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of creepy, do you by chance remember the old PlayStation 3 commercials from like way back when the PlayStation 3 just came out?
Oh man.
Or like so it's like a
Done a lot of shots since then. I'm not sure.
way too many shots. But yeah, like there's this fucking commercial. I'll show it to you later if you haven't seen it. But like, it's like this baby doll. It's like one of those little baby dolls, that like little girls walk around with. They cry or whatever. It starts crying, and then like it zooms into one of its eyeballs, and you can see like a bunch of like videos from like all of the upcoming games, and like the tear just like rolls back up into the eye, and then the baby just goes meh meh.
Jesus Christ, Sony.
Yeah,
Chill out.
yeah. I'll fucking send you the link to all those. But like, man, I don't know what the fuck Sony was thinking, but like when the PS3
Somebody was having a bad time in life.
yeah, like I'll send you the link to those. But like, holy shit, they were creepy. You guys play video games at all?
I do.
No. Obviously, you play Mortal Kombat. We need to get down on that.
Oh yeah. I also just got the World War Z game.
Okay, how's that?
It's dope. I mean, made it just like the movie. They're fast.
Really?
Climb up each other up the walls to get to you.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And it's not a lack of zombies like Black Ops.
Mm-hmm.
You have a decent amount, but I mean, in a single match, you're looking at 1,500 zombies you got to take out.
Holy
To
shit.
get through the mission.
Yeah. I recently got not sure if you guys fuck with Castlevania at all.
Never got into that one, but
I guess like the old director came back and like released like his own series, and it's called Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night.
okay.
It's really good. Graphics pretty great. Gameplay, it's just like Castlevania. It's got a distinct Castlevania kind of feel to it. I highly recommend check it out. If you like old school Castlevania games and all that kind of shit. Then I splurged a little bit today and bought a couple new games. I got Shadow of the Tomb Raider and this game called Nier Automata. It's like an RPG made by Square Enix. I'm really big into RPGs for some reason.
I love it.
But you're looking pretty lonely over there, Zach.
Oh no, don't worry about me.
You're just sitting there talking, God,
It's
you
not
fucking
Sonic.
nerds.
No, you talk.
Hey, what do you guys think about the fucking new Sonic movie, by the way?
I don't know how many times we're gonna change something.
I
I'm not.
I think it's funny that we pretty much all bullied
The
everybody
director,
into
like,
making them change the way Sonic looks.
Yeah,
I think that's awesome.
Yeah,
Because he looked like shit.
you look like shit.
I think Jim Carrey was also kind of a bad choice, but
yeah,
it's Jim Carrey, so I kind of looked past it.
Should have
Yeah.
done Danny DeVito.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Fat
I
guy.
can get down with you on that.
Yeah, that would have been a good choice.
But Jim
Yeah.
Carrey's Jim Carrey.
yeah, very true. I mean, lately he's been playing, a lot of, like, serious roles and shit like that. He hasn't really had, like, a comedic hit, I'd say. Because, like, he was in,
He did DMT, and now
he's all spiritual. He's all spiritual.
Is he woke?
Yes! He is woke. He is
Jim
woke.
Carrey is woke as fuck.
That kind of reminds me of, like, those memes where, like, it's like, honey, go check on the baby, like, see if he's awake or something like that. And then, like, the baby just starts ranting off, like, this fucking, like, weird-ass conspiracy theory. And then the husband comes back in the room and says, nah, our baby's woke.
That's a good one. Is woke. That's good.
So, guys shit post a lot of memes on the Trailside page somewhat, especially you, Zach, I know.
Somewhat. Got to give it to Butch somehow.
Yeah.
got to give it to Butch somehow. That's a good way to have fun with Butch. Because then he turns around and he hates on Stacy, and then Stacy moves the pool table. It's all in comedy relief here.
Oh yeah.
That's all it really is. You got to find a way. You have to entertain yourself somehow.
Oh yeah. And then there's a lot of people too that get offended by it too. Oh, speaking of offended,
Ricky.
whoa, he's not even paying attention.
He's upgrading to wooden
lot-
pickets.
Or snap.
Fuck drywall.
Hashtag
Like
on the
drywall, get
podcast.
monster.
Yep.
So a lot of people get offended over your logo.
Yep, we're racist.
That
We're
is
gonna lynch the NBA. I got that message. The whole neckbeard death camp booking them. Oh man, there's people coming out of the woodworks. Hey, don't book these guys. They hate everybody. Oh man, that was a good time. Yeah, the whole Noose thing. It's either we support people killing themselves, we are going to lynch the NBA, or we straight up hate black people.
And that's what people say about the logo.
Yeah.
But what does it actually mean?
It is a lot more than what meets the eye. So it is finding your life before death. What life can actually be. What life can actually be. It is what you make it. So it's kind of a symbol of life in my mind. That's why I chose the Noose. It's a powerful logo. Because a lot of people see it, a lot of people don't agree with it, but if they actually got a chance to know me personally or know the crew, that it's not a racist innuendo or anything like that.
So then, what was there any working when Swinging Noose was started? Was there any working titles like working names that you were gonna go with but decided on Swinging Noose? Or?
No, the Noose was always kind of in it. Well, no, I guess I should say back, 2007, 2008, 2009 when I was kind of doing shows, I was thinking of having something be named like Brotherhood Productions or Brotherhood Promotions, but that sounded too hood to me.
Sounded too hood.
Yeah, so
Too
it was
hood for the
That's
Brotherhood.
racist.
too hood for the Brotherhood. Yeah, good, well, then we chose the Noose, so it's not hood at all. Yeah, so I mean that's the Swinging Noose just kind of stuck in my mind.
Okay. What are you doing over there?
I'm just, blowing my beard.
Blowing your beard?
Holy!
I was gonna say blowing your beard. How do you? So, Keith, you're notorious for your beard.
Yeah.
How long did it take to grow that out?
I mean, I've had it for about 5 years now. It took me, I don't know, 6 months, 7 months
To actually,
get it to this length.
holy shit! Do you
And
trim
then
it at all?
yeah, I trim it. It doesn't really even grow down anymore. It just grows into itself. We've stuck so much shit in there. There was a night they were throwing toothpicks into
Birds.
it. And
Words.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Waterboarding.
Yeah,
exactly. Waterboarding.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I see a couple eggs in there.
yeah, I lost my heartburn medication in there once. I tried to throw it in, it went right in, I'd comb it out and find
Oh
it.
God, where's it at? My
Um,
beard ate it.
You can held the screwdriver in there one night. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I don't ever want to get rid of it. I don't even know the tan line that's underneath there right now.
Oh, good God.
Honestly,
I don't even know what's living under there right now.
Honestly, I'm a little scared to see without a beard. I'm just saying.
It's not normal. You walk in, it's like, whoa.
Start getting carded to buy alcohol. I basically revert back to like a 17-year-old without a beard.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's how bad it looks.
Yeah,
without a beard.
there's pictures. Very few.
There are pictures.
Very few, but there are.
There are pictures without babyface Keith.
Yep.
Babyface Keith.
Yeah, I ended up having to shave one night because it was New Year's Eve and they dyed parts of it black.
Oh God.
They gave me like a cheetah beard.
Oh shit.
Just from in black. Yeah, it was.
They did something worse to our buddy. They dyed one of his eyebrows.
He had to shave both eyebrows because he couldn't just shave one.
My brother can beat you.
Pretty sure he was.
Fucking, he was asleep. He wasn't even passed out drunk or nothing, dude. He was just asleep on the couch. And his fucking daughter waxed his eyebrows.
Pretty sure, he was walking around with like a surprised look for about a year worth of photos.
I don't think he could express emotions without it. Are you okay? I'm surprised.
I couldn't tell. You don't have eyebrows.
Are you okay? I am pissed off. How? I don't know if you're,
We just set up a motorcycle anyway?
Well, I think it's getting about to that time, Cage. Yeah. Say we should close this out. Thank you again, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Fun.
Hell yeah. We'll close this out.
That's all, folks. Be sure to tune in next week where we got the return of Vanilla Face. That's right, we got Black July returning, and we're going to be playing Would You Rather with a new member, Justice. Thanks, everyone, again for the support, and as always, we'll see you next time.